Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Norm's Friends. I'm David B., the readings guy, 603-404-9338 for a nice reading. If you have any questions about tarot, mediumship, crystal balls, whatever, contact me. You can also reach me at biffid, biffid, at yahoo.com to get a hold of me. And there you have it. Anyway, again, 2 weeks in a row, solo. So it's just me. We got plenty of stuff to cover. Give me a call, 603-640-3091. If you want a reading, which today I'm going to do one card readings, and it will be on the area of your life that needs a little focus or sharpening or, attention. All right? We'll do that. I also have the famous quote for the day and naturally the trivia facts, which today I think will be very appropriate. Also, let's face it, in the past couple of weeks, lots and lots and lots of current events to go over. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Hi, Dave. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's the energy lady. What a great way to start today. Did you hear me with the intro? One card readings. And it's
Yes, I heard all about it.
all right. So let's see where I find it hard to believe, but let's see what area the energy lady should concentrate on. So, seeing as it's only one card, what I'm going to do is, all right, I'm going to spread the cards out, and if you're watching, I'm going to spread the cards out, okay? I'm going to move my hand across them real slow with one finger, and you tell me when to stop. And when you say stop, I'm going to put my finger, whatever card my finger lands on, that's the card we're going to yank out of the deck for your one card reading. So how's that sound? And I'm not looking where my hand's going. So it's all up. See that? Let me get this. There we go.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
I stopped. Here's the
Your
card.
finger was still going. Your bottle's in the way.
No, it wasn't. No, yeah, but you said stop after I moved the bottle. All right. Look at this. All right. So what we have is we have the Six of Cups. All right. So there we are. The Six of Cups is emotions, and as you can see, it's like two little figures in there, all right? So to me, they're young, they're kids. So what I'm going to suggest that this means for the energy lady is to stop, thinking about days past and perhaps, your first love or all that stuff and, all these long time ago relationships and acquaintances and how things used to be, because we don't live there anymore. All right, so sort of bring yourself up to par with the present and the future, and when you do that, you'll see you'll just lighten right up. Everything will open up for you. You'll see ahead where you're going instead of trying to keep attached to the past. They have it. So,
My goodness, I don't think of anything like that.
well,
Wow.
wait a minute. In your heart of hearts, yes, you do.
No.
Yeah, you do.
No. Not
Yeah,
me.
I can hear someone in the background saying yeah. So,
What?
I can hear somebody in the background saying yeah.
I'm not even near him. Oh,
So there you go.
I
Stop.
think about good times, but I don't think about my lost love. That's many years ago. I don't even
No,
think
your
of
first. Well, I didn't say it was a bad thing. I just said, start focusing on the present and the future. And, let's face it, we all think of it, but some people dwell on it. There's a
that. I
difference.
always focus on the man on Wick, and that's my husband, my wonderful husband.
I'm sure he is. I mean, how can he not be? Because if he wasn't, I mean, your positive, uplifting, warm energy he'd have he wouldn't have any other choice but to absorb it because you just exude so much of it. So I'm sure.
Like I threw that stuff in the river a long time ago. I live for today.
Good for you. Yeah, you threw the stuff in the river, but right before a dam.
Yeah, damn you.
I love it. All right. So there's the story. Hey, next week, by the way, we won't be on Wednesday. We'll be on Monday.
Yes, it's Thanksgiving. That's why.
Well, no, it's Thanksgiving next week. Wow, it is.
Wow.
Wow.
You have to get prepared for Thanksgiving. I call it all week long until it comes.
Wow, see? And here I am thinking it's 2 weeks away. I got to focus on the present and the future as opposed to, right?
How about
Wow.
that?
Wow. Amazing. Just amazing.
You'll be a busy, busy man.
To say the least. I always
What's
am.
your favorite part of the turkey? Is it the drumsticks?
No, naturally not. I like the white meat the best.
Oh.
And
Most people like the drumsticks. When we were kids, we used to fight over the drumsticks. Now we play the drums.
There you go. See, when I was a kid, we would too, but I outgrew that. So, and I do like the stuffing. If it's stuffed in the turkey, some people make the stuffing on the side. I like it when it's made, in the turkey.
I like it on the side.
Yeah, but you don't like. I mean, when you make the stuff and you make the stuffing on the side, you don't stuff the turkey with the stuffing.
No, I don't stuff the turkey. I don't want all that grease in me.
But the grease is in the turkey, energy lady.
I know, but it goes into the stuffing. You know that. We all like that greasy stuff.
So what do you put in the turkey? Like a couple of apples or something, or a peach for flavor?
I put, like onions and stuff. I tie the legs up.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, I put the butter under the skin and that, and, put the spices on top. Rinse the bird out real good first, though.
Naturally.
And make sure there's no gizzards and no neck in there.
God forbid, I know. I know. That's right.
Now, and who forget,
That's right. Who gets the wishbone?
Who gets the wishbone?
Yeah.
I usually dry it out, and then after that, we use it later on.
Oh, good. Now, and do you usually prevail when you split the wishbone, or do you let him get it occasionally?
I don't know. It's been so long since I pulled one of those.
Oh, well. I know, right. So, all right. We got lots of stuff to talk about today. It'll come to me as I go along.
Well, I won't take up all your time, Dave.
Don't forget, Energy Lady, next Monday. So if you tune in on Wednesday, you're going to be out of luck.
I know that.
It's going to be Monday.
Okay.
5 o'clock, same channel. All right?
Okay.
All right. Hey, thanks for calling and getting the ball rolling. I appreciate it. It's a fantastic way.
God bless and have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And don't eat too much.
All right. And we'll talk later. Thanks again. All right.
Don't forget that turkey time.
That's right. All right.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye. The wonderful Energy Lady. How even anybody out there that's hearing this and watching, how can you not be moved in a nice, positive, uplifting, loving way after being exposed and hearing that wonderful energy lady. All right, so now let's start with, as usual, a famous quote. All right. Of course, I wrote this down. I wrote this down actually last week. It was the day after the midterms. Just so you'll know what it's going to be about, right? Anyway, but last week I forgot it. So it was still when I got home on the kitchen counter. I don't have a kitchen table. I have like a island. What do you call that? A counter? And you sit around it, the edges go out, and I call it a counter. I mean, an island, whatever, you know what I mean. But it was lying on there, and it was still lying on there. I seen it, I guess it was Sunday or Monday. I said, I'm going to bring it today. So here's the famous quote for today. And I don't really think you can really dispel this. Inside every progressive is a totalitarian screaming to get out. Think about it, right? The squad, AOC, those two brain-dead Muslim congresswomen, right? And who's the other one? What's her name? She's backed by Muslim Brotherhood out of Boston there. What's her name? Ayala, is it Ayala Presley? You know who I mean. She's got alopecia, is that it? She's got no hair, you know who I mean. They're all brain dead. They're all programmed from Muslim Brotherhood. And think about it. Inside every progressive is a totalitarian screaming to get out. David Horowitz. I kind of liked it naturally. Anybody have any comments, questions, readings? 603-640-3091. All right, so now, of course, the next segment, as usual, let's move along into the trivial facts, all right? And, all right, today, the subject is, so apropos, is winter. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of neat little facts about winter that maybe perhaps some you knew, maybe perhaps you didn't know, but I thought they were kind of cute and, interesting and humorous and whimsical. So let's see what you think, but let me have a sip. I'm thirsty today for some reason. All right, so here's the first fact. Bet you didn't know this, maybe you did. Winter cold kills more people than twice. No, I got to start over. Winter cold kills more than twice as many Americans as summer heat does. Imagine. So, and speaking of winter cold, what's the new term? It's not climate change. It's not global warming. It's not acid rain. It's climate action. And speaking of that, why is it these climate action group are another brain dead people? Why is it that they only, if you notice, they only let you know when the temperature is above normal? Again, the past 3 or 4 days, the temperature's been below normal. But do you hear anything? No, they only want you to notice, in the summertime, when the average temperature is 88, they want, if it's 92, you got to do, you can't drive your car. You can't use your AC. You can't eat meat. You keep listening to them and you keep believing them. All right, so that's one. This one's very interesting. And I'll bet you nobody knew this one. I like this one. the average snowflake falls at about 3 miles per hour. Now you know. All right? This is kind of interesting, and I like this because it's sort of local in the sense that it's Maine, but the largest recorded snowman ever built was in Bethel, Maine, in February of 1999. This is unbelievable. You're not going to believe how tall this snowman was. I didn't research it, but I'm pretty sure it's legit. You're not going to believe how large the snowman was. Are you ready? 113 feet, 7 inches. How do you get that high to, put a carrot in his nose or whatever, or put his top hat on at 113 feet? I mean, how many people's shoulders are you standing on to do it? And how big was the base of it? Amazing. Here's another very interesting fact. And when you hear this, how does the earth not crush this? Get this. A single snowstorm can drop, are you ready? 39 million tons of snow. Imagine. And so that gets me. All that snow lands on, we'll say downtown Boston, right? Where the subway goes, under the street. All that weight doesn't smash through and break the subway. Isn't that amazing? 39 million tons of snow in a single snowstorm. Up to. There you go. And last but not least, so let me preface this little tidbit here. So naturally in the winter, people, there's nothing to do. You sit home, you have some cocktails, a couple of beers, you're sitting in front of the fire, you have a hottie toddy, whatever, right? Some pretzels to go with the beer, whatever. And your spouse, your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, they're sort of seldom in the mood. So you think, are they messing around on me? But wait, and this is more prevalent in the winter, when you're sitting home because you're spending more time together in the winter, right? So that's what you think. But before you start losing it about that, get this. This is a fact. So keep this in mind before you start accusing your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, spouse, significant other, shack up of cheating on you, perhaps straying, all right? I love this one. Are you ready? Cold winter dulls sexual sensations, and the cooler temperatures decrease arousal for both men and women. Ta-da! So there's the answer. So, like I said, before you start, spinning the wheels and driving yourself crazy, it's not your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whoever you're close with. It's the weather. The weather. So there you have it. All right. So, let's see. We could talk about, I know, the first card I read. Let's not talk about the past, but if somebody can answer any of these questions for me out there, I would so much appreciate it, because I just find it, a little peculiar that, just having the midterms just last Tuesday, the 8th, right? If somebody can answer me this, I'd love to know, why is it, right, at the midterms, the Republicans are winning all these Senate races. They're trouncing the Democrats, all right? They were up 29 House seats on Tuesday. And then all of a sudden what happens, right? Because the voting starts in the East Coast and it moves out to the West Coast, right? time zone by time zone by time zone. So why is it even it's like, New York, we knew the results at 10 o'clock. Florida, we knew the results at 11. All these, even Massachusetts, which God knows where they're at. They're in outer space. All those politicians, they knew by 8:30 who won all the races there, right? But as it went further and further west, the more the Republicans were winning, and the more the Republicans were encroaching on getting to have the majority in the Senate and gain control of the House, both of them actually, right? What happens? We get out to what's the time zone out west? Pacific time, right? So what's that? Nevada, Arizona? Is that? I don't know. It could be Mountain Time. I don't know. I live in, New Hampshire, so we're in Eastern Daylight Savings Time now, right? So that's the one I know. Anyway, but why is it when they were so close, right? Like I said, the Republicans were up 29 House seats. And what happens, and not only what happens, it's also where. First of all, this is what puzzles me. Why is it in Democrat states that this happens, all right? All of a sudden, what happens? The Republicans are ready to trounce. They're going to get the Senate and the House. What happens? We have to stop counting ballots. The races are close, so we have to stop. We have to make sure we have all the ballots that were hidden under the desk. I mean, what's up with that? I don't get it. And then, was it in Nevada? These are just questions. If anybody has answers, I'd love them. In Nevada, they have where they count the ballots. I forget the term they use. Ballot counting cameras on these stations where people are counting the ballots. And isn't it convenient that they went dark for 8 hours from 11, supposedly, they went dark from 11 to 7. And what are they saying? The officials, whoever they are in Nevada, what are they telling you? Well, it doesn't matter because they stopped counting at 11. Again, why do they stop counting? I question that. Something ain't right. When we were kids, everything was done by hand. We knew by the next day. They never stopped counting ballots. Now they have to stop counting them. I smell a fish. But anyway, but this is what gets me. So they say it didn't matter anyway because they go home at 11. Why are they going home? How come they don't have 3 shifts? I mean, come on. So what they're saying is they go home at 11, so it doesn't matter anyway. Right? When the cameras go dark. But who's to say that they really went home? How do we know if the cameras are dark? We can't see whether there's anything going on or not. I question all that. But I'm not saying all, but there's a lot of Democrats. They're so in tune to CNN and MSNBC that lie. And yes, they do, because they lied to you for 6 years about Russia. And you bought it hook, line, and sinker, so you're still buying it. I just question that. And even in, California, there was still 32 House races to call. They had to stop counting ballots there. I don't get it. And let's face it, district has, there's only 435 House seats in the country, so they range in size, I'm sure. But even we'll say, and it's people, we're not talking voters, so we'll say even if it's 1 million people in this district, right? And we'll even say 65 to 70% vote. Why is it that it takes them over a week to count, well, even 700,000 votes. I could do that. I could do that myself, just me. I could do that in 3 days. Okay, this goes here. Oh, there's a vote for this. I mean, it's not like, you got to count the whole ballot. We're just talking a House race. So you're just looking at 2 candidates. Okay, R or D. That's it. R, D, 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 R. I just did what? 10 in 3 seconds. So I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And the other thing is, which makes me laugh, was like in Arizona. And I wouldn't mind too, these Republicans got these massive leads. All right, I could see that, the Democrats want you to believe that it was abortion was the issue. Well, I don't believe abortion was the issue, especially, we'll say, like in New Hampshire here, with the way inflation is and the price of fuel and the price of food. I can't believe that many people voted for the option to either freeze or starve themselves to death this year. I don't believe that many people voted for them. I'm just saying. Could be wrong. So, well, you know what? I'm going to count the cards and let's see. Whatever the cards say. If the cards, I don't think the elections were, I think there was some sketchy ballot counting. What do you think? Well, of course there was. Look, here it is. Here's the death card. So look at, there's, a death. It's an end. Here we have it. And a new beginning. And as you can see, there he is, the Green Reaper. He's up on top of the, whoops, I keep moving the card. Right, he's on top of the horse, and look at him. He's trouncing on, and you could see it's like a bishop in front of the horse saying, wait a minute, hold on before you trample us over. Let's do this legit. And he's holding the flag, the black flag. All right, with that, you could see flowers, right? Flowers, you could even see, there's people down here that, have keeled over. The flowers, all kinds of stuff keeled over. All right, so there you go. That's just what happened during the elections. People don't really have faith in them anymore. I certainly don't. Can I prove it? No, but will they answer my questions? They won't answer my questions either. So, what do? You have to draw your own conclusion. How do you draw your own conclusion? It's simple. You weigh the evidence that, we'll say, CNN tells you, and the left and the woke and whatever else you want to call them. You listen to everything they tell you. And then you listen to people that question what they tell you, what legitimate questions like I just did. And lo and behold, it's kind of simple. What you do is you sort of reach into yourself and, we have a brain up here. God gave us a brain for all you atheists out there. Not only did God give us a brain, God also gave us free will. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
I'm doing good today, Mr. David.
All right. And what's on your mind today?
My friend in Boston wasn't on the show for 2 days because she got COVID.
Cut it out. Who's that? Who's your friend in Boston? Who?
Miss Whoopi.
Get out. She's got COVID?
Yep.
Well, she's probably gotten like 6 she probably got the jab 6 times and 4 boosters, so she'll hopefully, she'll be back after a month. How long do they tell her she has to stay out? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. Her friend there, Mara, whatever the hell her name is, and
I don't know.
Whoopi got the COVID.
Oh, poor Whoopi. Poor Whoopi. You know, it's, hey, karma. Karma. That's
Yeah.
what happens.
Oh,
I
I
know.
want you to calm down a little bit.
I'm calmed down.
Deep breath.
I did. I just took a sip of water, right? That's refreshing. But
And you
Miss,
gotta put something in it.
the water is enough, believe me. But Mr. Whoopi, I was just asking all these questions, and nobody will give me answers. That's what sort of makes me a little skeptical. You know what I mean? I'm a bit
Here's my what they do.
okay.
They start the voting at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning.
6 here.
They go till 7 o'clock at night.
Uh huh.
They count all the ballots on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, 4 hours later, the polls are still open in California.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
They get the results of what's going on the East Coast,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying it happens, but it might happen or could happen. They get influenced by what's going on.
Makes perfect sense to me. It makes perfect sense. No question about it. I'll bet you're correct.
Well,
I'll bet you're correct. Indeed.
I hope. Well, that's just a saying, you know.
Yeah, but it makes sense. I mean, you know, really, like the questions I had, that answered a lot of them. It answered a lot of them. So
I need a one card reading, okay?
all right, so let me do this because hold on, I pulled out a card. So we're gonna do the same thing as with the energy lady. I'm gonna pass my index finger's going over real slow. I'm not looking. I'm looking the other way. You got to tell me when to stop. And when you...
Whoa, stop.
Okay. But the very last card. Let's see what we have. You know, I said it's an area where we have to focus, but look at this. This is the Page of Pentacles. So, you know, you don't really sort of need to focus and pay attention to this area or sort of want to improve on it. In your instance, Mr. Whoopi, look at it. You got the Page of Pentacles. It's all that. It's nice, vibrant energy, warm energy. It's, you know, so Pentacles is work. It could be mental, physical, whatever. You know, and I'm only doing one card, so I can't, you know, pull another card to do it out. But anyway, you get all this wonderful sort of ambition and motivation and, you know, all this warmth and nice serene surroundings around you that are running nice and smooth. You know, if you can see him, he's looking forward as opposed to the energy lady looking in the past. He's looking forward. He's sure-footed. He knows he's on solid ground. So, Mr. Whoopi, in this case, what I would do is, as they say, I just go with the flow and enjoy it and let it start running its course. And as you do that, it'll just get better and better and warmer and smoother. And I want to take you higher. So let it do it. There you have it. I just enjoy the little spell of that for sure. All right?
Right.
All right. So there you have it. Anything else on your mind?
Well, we're going to have a good Thanksgiving, I know that.
Well, so am I. I'm going down to my cousin's in Everett. He's like, I keep telling him he should open up a restaurant. He's an amazing chef. So does the whole thing. He makes everything. Turkey, you name it, appetizers, stuffing. He does everything from scratch. He makes pies and everything. He's fantastic. So I'm going down to Everett. Hey, by the way, next week, Mr. Whoopi, instead of Wednesday, Monday, 5 to 6.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
mark your calendar.
Hey, how's your cat doing?
Fred's doing good, but I noticed since the weather changed, he's sort of like mellowed right out. He does, before he'd walk around, he'd jump up on me, you know what I mean? Meow, do this, play. No, I mean, he still plays, but you know what I mean? Before it could be for an hour straight. Now it's, 5 or 10 minutes, and he passes out. So, it could be the change of weather. But he's doing good.
Yeah, my dog's the same way.
I think they're adjusting to the change. I don't know. That's the only thing I think. But are you ready for the winter, by the way?
All set.
All right, and it's good. Remember the last fact, speaking of Mr. Whoopi. See, the last little trivia thing I said. So if the Whoopi slows down, it's because of the weather does it. The cooler temperature decreases arousal. So keep that in mind. Right.
Okay, you have a good one, Dave.
All right, and you. Thanks for calling. We'll see you.
Okay.
Bye. All right, so that made perfect sense to me, his analogy of what was going on, right? Makes perfect sense. They are influenced by the East Coast. So, and the only other thing I think that is odd. Water is extra refreshing today. The only other thing I think is peculiar. Whoa. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you?
Good, and you, Dave?
Mary, how are you today?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing very well, Mary. What's happening?
Nothing much. Well, I must tell you.
Yes.
Folks, if you want a reading from him, believe me, this guy is so good. He does not know my family or my friends. And what he told me last week, everything was there.
Wow.
What you told me.
All right, Mary, thanks for the feedback.
You really did. You're good.
I forget, I forget what I say because I sort of get lost,
Yeah.
I get lost in it. So I'm glad.
Yeah, you said I'd be hearing somebody far, but you probably know the person. You'll be getting something.
Well, I remember saying that.
In the mail.
Yeah.
I did.
All right.
I did. I got 2 surprises in the mail.
Look at that. Even better than forecast.
When that was one that you said was going to be a big surprise for you, and it was a big surprise after 5 years.
See that? Look at that. All right, Mary. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, it was. It was really a surprise.
Good.
That.
I'm so glad. Hey, how was the show last week with, what was his name, Brendan?
Yeah, Brandon was very good.
Was
Brandon was so good, yeah. Yeah, he sang all different songs and had somebody call up and ask him, to play a song and everything.
Oh, nice. So
and I dedicated the last song as we went off. Guess what it was?
That'll be the day.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Very good. Great. I'm glad that was good. I'm glad because that was I like that song. So
yeah.
Now when he was here, did everybody do a sing along with him?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And I said to myself, Dave would like this one.
Yeah. That's funny. That's fine. I forget what I did last Thursday.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was on, so there you go. I'm glad. Now, what about tomorrow? Do you have...
Yeah, I was going to ask you, if you got time, come on, because that's going to be our Thanksgiving show.
Oh, poor me, Mary. I'm taking a ride up to Oxford, Maine to go to the casino.
Oh, 'cause that's going to be our, you know, like, I guess they do it Monday or Tuesday, whatever, but I don't want to do it. So I'm going to do it this Thursday. It's going to be our Thanksgiving show.
Oh, are you doing a show next week or no?
No, 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 because next week is Thanksgiving.
I know, but like we're doing instead of Wednesday, we're going to be here on
Yeah,
Monday.
you're doing it Monday. No, no. This Thursday coming up will be our Thanksgiving show until
Oh,
we come back to the
oh
1st
me.
of December.
Well, I'll do the what is it? Post Thanksgiving show, right? Post
Yeah.
is that? Yeah, post, not. Wow. And well, don't give away the surprises. I was going to ask you, but don't give away the surprises. Make sure they tune in. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's going to be extremely festive and heartwarming. Coming from Mary, Cruising with Mary, Thursday, 5 to 6 p.m. I won't be there because I'm going to be gambling.
So if anybody wants to call in, that tomorrow is 5 o'clock, and wish their family, their friends a happy Thanksgiving, they're willing to, like they do every year.
Fantastic. That's the way to do it. I love it. All that
Yeah.
all that positive energy just expanding everywhere. How can you go
Yeah.
wrong with that? Fantastic. Mary, I'm doing one
Yes.
card readings today. Would you
Okay.
like one? So, like I did with the previous two,
Yeah.
I'm moving, I'm not even looking. I just have an idea. I'm moving my finger real slow over the cards, and you tell me when to stop, and my finger's gonna like just crash.
Okay.
My finger will crash into the cards, and that's the one that will get you sort of like focus on.
Alrighty, that sounds good to me.
All right, so whenever you tell me to stop, I'll stop.
You're almost there.
Okay.
Stop.
All right. Here we go. And whoa, wow, wow. Mary gets the Emperor. Another one, Mary. This is, I say focus on it, but another card that it's, you don't really need to focus. Look at it. It's the Emperor. So you got all right, you could focus on it, all right, because you're gonna all of a sudden get this surge of extra strength and motivation, and I'm gonna say it's something to do with, I'm feeling it, Mary, something to do with, and it's not a big thing, some little thing that's just been gnawing at you, all right? Gnawing,
Yeah.
however you say the word, you know what I mean. All
Yeah.
right? Whatever that is, right? This sort of surge of energy and strength is going to come, and you're going to realize that, instead of, you weren't sort of as vulnerable in that situation as you had previously thought. You'll realize that no, in fact, when you think about it, when you start using the strength that's coming your way, you'll see that you're realizing that it's you really put more into it than you realize, and so that's why you're in a sort of a much more sound area and surrounded by more security than you initially thought, because like I said, you're going to realize that it's a much firmer, sort of grounded, solid place that it's coming from. So when you realize that, naturally, being at the present, and seeing as it's only one card, so we'll just go forward just a little bit in the future, but you'll realize that, aha,
Yeah.
You'll like be breathing a sigh of relief, sort of, in a real good way. Not, you know what I mean? Not in a sigh of
Yeah.
relief from a bad stance, but a sigh of relief that this is easier than I thought. You know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So, so give it some thought, and then next week you give feedback if good or
I
bad.
will. I will.
All right. I love feedback, especially from you, Mary, because it's all
Hey, you know that what's true, it's true.
exact. That's
know?
right. Yeah,
I'll always
I
tell you the
agree.
truth.
and you
If
do.
you don't like it, too bad.
That's right. That's right.
me.
Hey, that's right. But I love the feedback. I
Yeah,
love the
yeah,
feedback.
Yeah, that's. I always say that.
Yeah.
You know, if the person that wasn't that good, that's different. But you know, he doesn't know my family, and you don't know my friends or anything, except from the show and everything.
That's it. That's
but
true.
being right on the spot and doing what you do, it's really good.
Thank
and
you.
Really,
That's nice to hear. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got those 2 cards in the mail. And you said you were going to get 2 surprise, and one was going to be different. Sure enough, it was.
There you are. See that?
That last one I got, sure enough, it was different.
All right. Look at that. See, and that, maybe next week will be before Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll bring my new crystal ball. It's like the size of a grapefruit.
Wow,
Maybe
nice.
I'll bring that one next week, so maybe you can make a point to call Mary if you're around on Monday. I don't even know your schedule,
know.
see? Because you was so used to Wednesday, but next week, see, big change, a whole new atmosphere, so we'll see what happens.
So what, you're going to be on Monday at 5 o'clock?
Monday at 5 o'clock, yes. And by the way,
Okay.
tomorrow, your usual co-hosts,
Yep.
Anthony, Mary, Jim.
Yep.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, and Anthony,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll be there.
And of course, the fantastic, vibrant, bubbly host, Mary. Okay.
Thank you.
Right? All right. So don't forget, call next Monday. I'll remind everybody, we're not on Wednesday. Monday,
That's
5
right.
to 6.
Yeah, like I said, this Thursday will be the last one until after the holidays.
And now, after the holidays, what do you mean? Till January?
Yeah, no, mine will be in December.
What do you,
Coming back.
oh, yeah, but wait. When you said the
Yeah.
holidays, aren't you
Yeah,
going to do
holidays,
shows
yeah,
in
holidays,
December,
yeah,
like the
coming up.
first weekend?
Next week.
Aren't you doing like the week after Thanksgiving a show?
And stuff, yeah. So our first one will be coming back on, I think it's the first Thursday in December. We'll be back.
All right, I'll come on that one. If you don't,
All righty, sounds good.
If it's not packed, all right, Mary. Thanks for calling. Always a
Thank
pleasure. Always a pleasure. And
Happy Thanksgiving.
thanks, and same to you. And so, get the turkey rolling.
I know, huh?
All right.
All righty.
Thanks again.
Catch you later.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. There you have it, a nice warm, heartwarming cruising with Mary tomorrow from 5 to 6. Prepare everybody for Thanksgiving. She's going to get everyone in a nice, happy, joyous Thanksgiving festive mood. And she'll do it. That much I know about her. She definitely will do it. So you can rest assured with that. So let's see. What else? Well, I don't have a whole lot of time left. I have a little bit of time to talk. So let's see. What would it be? But, oh, by the way, what did you think of the snow last night? I worked last night, and I got out late. Well, for where I work, it was late. It was a little after 10. Imagine. But anyway, I'm driving home, and it was like, they said flurries, but God, that snow was really coming down. The flakes were big flakes. 293, and then down South Willow to Londonderry. But anyway, it was, wow, I drove slow because I put my scaredy cat in me, wanted to make sure I went home without the least bit of sliding. So, not like this, but, I said, well, I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to, act my age, not my shoe size. So that's what I did. And there you have it. And I woke, it was funny, I was tired. So I retired right away. Well, I'm semi-retired now. When I say retired, I went to bed, after taking care of Fred. When I got home last night, he didn't want to play, but not long, maybe 5 minutes. And then I brushed him. And he didn't want a lot of that, because when he sat enough, get out of here. So that was that. So I woke up a couple of times, and I look out the window. I don't pull the shades or anything because I like nature. And a couple of times I look out, it was still snowing, and I'm thinking, what's it going to be like when I get up in the morning? But then I woke up after that, and it was pouring rain out. And of course, when I got up this morning, it was pouring rain out. So I don't mind the snow, but if it snowed, it snowed. I don't mind because it's that time of year. I don't like snow. We'll say like after it melts. We'll say in March when the snow's all melted, if it's all melted in March, or the beginning of April. Once the snow melts, that's it. I don't think we should have any more snow. I don't, because it's going to obviously. Last night we had snow, so what's this? Mid-November, so November, December, January, February, March. 5 months of having the snow. To me, that's plenty. And, it's enough. But by the way, it snowed early this year. I think earlier than last year. I haven't heard the climate action group saying anything about, oh no, we got to warm things up because we got snow last night. We're not supposed to get the first snowfall until December 18th or something, or, December 4th. So, but, I don't get it with them. Somebody wants to help me out on that, we could do that too. I don't have a lot of time left, so I can, I'm going to start putting all my stuff away. Here's the spirit quartz. I'll just tell you what I have. Spirit quartz. Whoop! Look at this. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today? But what I got from this guy is, the city doesn't want to provide this, the city doesn't want to provide that. Buddy, unless you're, a paraplegic or a quadriplegic, there's plenty of work out there. Provide for yourself. There's no excuse, You go out here every intersection, homeless and hungry. When I was coming in here today at the corner of Elm Street and Granite Street, speaking of ingrates like this one, you're probably an atheist. That's why he's got this big void, doesn't nourish his soul, and wonders what's wrong with him. Why I want this, I want that. Get a job, buddy. Provide for yourself. The guy, he's got a sign, homeless and hungry. God bless. And that's the magic word for them. Did you ever notice every one of them? God bless. It's supposed to melt you, right? Anyway, so we stopped at the red light, and I even said it to Scott. He's got a sign, homeless and hungry. He had a hoodie on, a winter coat, pants. He had brand new sneakers on. Not one speck of dirt on his pants. His hoodie was brand new. His winter jacket was immaculate. And, but people out there, help me. They don't want to help themselves, though. You can't help anyone who doesn't want to help themselves, like this joker that just called, Mr. Nasty. It's, again, he doesn't want to look. He's going on about the positive stuff. There's plenty of positive stuff out there, buddy. And one of them is called a job. I suggest you go get one, and you won't have to, rely on the city and demand this from the city. How about demanding from yourself? Put your raise your expectations on yourself instead of thinking that who are you that we owe you. We don't owe you anything. Just so you'll know, you owe yourself. Or did you ever think of praying to God? God helps you, believe it or not. You ever hear the saying, Jesus saves? Open up your heart and your soul and your mind to Jesus and God, and you'll be saved, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not. It will do your world of good, and you need it. All right, so I only have a couple of minutes left. Thanks for coming in today, tuning in, spending time with me, spending your time with me. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who called in. Any questions, comments? If you want to scream at me like this guy, we can't do F-bombs on the air, though. That's why I cut him off. In the meantime, remember, I'm David B., the readings guy, 603-404-9338, biffit@yahoo.com. Contact me for whatever. And remember, two important things to remember. One, you can't be dumb if you want to be free. All right? And more importantly, remember, you are a winner.